Okay, welcome back. What we want to look at today is data collection, and you will need to do this in one form or another. It doesn't matter what job you're in, whether you're an engineer, whether you're a secretary, whether you are going to be an electrician or otherwise. You need to be able to collect and understand graphs and graphical representation of information. Okay. Now, so that's what we're going to look at: data collection. Just make sure that I can see. Okay, so okay, just trying to make sure that everything is in frame. Okay, now that's all going to be all content. Okay, questions, different styles, and again relevant questions, designing, questioning, etc., etc. Okay. Okay. Now that's just to tell you and let you know what we're going to be looking at. Okay, overall. And let's just pan back, make sure we get it all in. Okay. Okay. Now data collection. So let's look at that. Our heading mainly. Okay. There are many ways of collecting data. Okay. 1. Questionnaire. 2. Filling in forms. 3. Interview. 4. Tally charts. Okay. Let's just pan back a little bit, make sure we can see. Now, a questionnaire is a set of questions on a given topic. Sometimes you are given a form or questionnaire to fill in. Sometimes an interviewer asks the questions and fills in the answers for you. So sometimes you could be the interviewer yourselves, actually asking the questions and filling in that form that you're trying to obtain data on in respect of the question or relevant interview you're carrying out. The interviewer sometimes uses a tally chart to collate or record the results. And we're going to look at what those are and how they are used and how they are applied, okay? That is relevant for you to understand. Now I must say that I studied a degree in statistics the other day in using the Open University, and I have to admit I quite enjoyed my course. Brilliant. Okay, keywords. Let me just pan back, make sure we get it fully in. Okay, you can see objective here to know the difference between discrete and continuous data. Let's move in a little bit. We get it. Now, discrete data can only take certain values. For example, shoe sizes, the number of children in a class, the number of smarties in a tube. Continuous data comes from measuring and can take any value. Okay. For example, the weight of a banana, the time it takes for pupils to get to school, the height of 13-year-olds, okay, or 16-year-olds, or if you prefer, 21-year-olds. Okay. The age is purely for as a point of reference to show that we can actually use information collated and collected, or collected and collated if you wish. Okay. Okay. Right. Now, again, continuing with data collection, let me just pan back, make sure we get this into full view. Okay. Here we know, the objective here is to know how to ask questions for good data collection. Now, there are some basic rules to follow when writing your own questionnaire. Rule 1. Questions should not embarrass or be personal. Example, no questions like how much do you get paid or how old are you? Okay. I'm 21, of course, but that's beside the point. Rule 2. The question should not be biased. The question should not make you think a particular answer is right. A question like this is called a leading question. Okay. Example. Normal people like to watch football. Do you? This question makes you think that if you don't watch football, you aren't normal. And that is a negative view to give individuals. That would not be correct or appropriate. Okay. Let's just make sure we can see this in view. Okay. Yes, we can. Come back. Everything is shot. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Good. Now, here we have again. Can still continue with data collection. Rule 3. Questions should give a choice of possible answers. Example. Yes, no, don't know, agree, disagree, don't know, etc. A set of boxes with answers to tick, okay? And that would be the best way to obtain data that you can actually use in respect of your collection. A scale where you can circle your choice. This is useful when you are asking for an opinion, okay? So here you can see that we're using a circle in respect of asking a person's opinion. Okay, let's pan back, make sure we get it all in. Okay. Data collection, rule 4. Questions should be clear. If people do not know what you mean, you will not get the information you need. We just pan back, make sure we get this in view. Okay. Rule 5, don't ask questions that allow people to give lots of different answers. This makes it very difficult to draw diagrams to show your results. Rule 6, don't ask questions that have nothing to do with your survey. Rule 7, questions should be in a sensible order. Don't jump from one idea to another. Okay. Again, still continuing with data collection. Let me just move in. And again, here the objective is to have a checklist to make data collection easier. It is important to design the questionnaire well so that people will cooperate and will answer the questions honestly. The answers to the questions can be analyzed and presented. Data collection checklist. 1. Provide an introduction so that the person filling in the questionnaire knows the purpose of your questionnaire. Make sure you get a point across. Rule 2. Word the questions so that they are easy to understand. Do not word a question so that you need an Oxford encyclopedia to know what the word means. Make sure that each question has a specific answer. Data collection checklist, and here we have a checklist. Okay, for example, did you see the Olympics on TV? Pupils may answer only the best bits, no. Once a day, yes, not much sometimes. Again, here data collection continues. A better question is, how much of the Olympics covered did you see? So you can see the comparison between this question and this question. See how by changing the question, you actually get a different response. Tick one box only, none less than 1 hour a day, between 1 tours, etc., etc. Every eventuality has been accounted for. The person answering the questions cannot give another choice. Okay? So you've left them with no choice but to answer the question in the manner to which you are trying to collect the data for. Now, data collection checklist continues. 4. Make sure the questions are not leading ones. Do not ask, do you agree that the BBC offer the best sports coverage? A better question would be, and this would be your better question, which of the following has the best sports coverage? Okay, so you can then see, they can certainly put a tick into it. Okay, do not ask more questions than you need to. Okay. Data collection checklist continues. Put the easy questions first. If you need to ask questions about age or income, you need to think carefully about the wording to stop it being embarrassing. Do not ask, how old are you? A better question is, tick one box for your age group. Okay, so you can see here now we're giving them a choice, and the question is not embarrassing. It is quite clear. It allows them to answer quite comfortably. Okay. Bearing in mind the data collection checklist suggests better questions for the following: how much do you weigh? Most people use deodorant. Do you? Etc. etc. Right now, do you like spending time with your family? Etc. Answers. Now, would you consider yourself underweight? So, looking at this type of questioning, okay, and this type of questioning, you can then see that these questions are set out in a manner that is more appropriate for an individual to answer. Okay. So, which make of deodorant do you use, etc. So forth. On average, how much time do you spend with your family in a week? Okay. So you can see that there is quite a range there to select from, and it is not limited. Answers, which do you prefer? Shower, bath, etc. Okay, so you can see that. Hang on, something. Okay. Okay, yes. Okay, yes, continue, thank you. Okay, good. How much spending money do you get, etc. You can see it sets out the range. Again, you're beginning to get an answer and feedback that will be essential to you. Okay. Okay. Different styles of response. Different styles of response. Questions which demand a yes or no. Do you have a pet? Obviously, you've only got a choice. Question which asks an opinion. Do you think Red Nose Day is a good way of raising money? Okay. So here again, you have a choice. Okay. Different responses. Question which ask opinions. Is smoking good for you? How many sweets did you eat today? Choosing the style of answer. There is a list of questions under the text. Choose the style of answer that you would use for each one. Write down A, B, C, or D, etc. Now, do this for yourself. Let me just wait a little bit for you here. Okay. Here are your questions. How many brothers and sisters do you have? How many chocolate biscuits do you eat each day? Or do you eat any biscuits at all? Or I should say in this case, any kind of biscuits do you eat a day? How many? Do cars cause less pollution than motorbikes? Is the National Lottery a good way of raising money for charity? Will you have a Saturday job? Okay. Let's look at how we could put those questions to work for us. How many brothers and sisters do you have? Okay, now we can set this in as a range. How many chocolate biscuits do you eat each day? See, so again here we can put those as a figure, making it easier for them to simply select. If they can select from a choice, then they don't feel embarrassed or an invasion into their privacy. Okay. Here's the others. Okay. Agree, disagree, don't know, etc. And this is the way we can set about going about asking our questions and structuring our questionnaire so that we get an effective result and data that we can actually use. Okay, designing questionnaire. So you're now going to design your own questionnaire. You can now. I'm going to leave this here for a little moment, okay? Because I think this is something you should try doing yourself. And if you can actually apply this to yourself, you will see that it actually aids you not only in questionnaire, but also it improves your English structure. Okay. Now, to be able to design own questionnaire, and that is the objective at this stage. Okay, so let's go back. Right, so here's a checklist for designing your own questionnaire. Pick a topic, make a hypothesis. Well, that Yogi Bear might be better looking than Mickey Mouse. Decide who is going to fill in your questionnaire. Write the questions. Try the questions out on a friend. Change the question if you need to. Do the survey. Okay. Planning checklist. This section you can do when you know how to draw the statistical diagrams. Draw a tally chart for your results. Decide which statistical diagram to use. Draw the diagram, etc., etc. Okay, sorry about that. Right, design and do a questionnaire to investigate which pop bands and artists pupils like to listen to. Right, design questionnaire, design a recording sheet, conduct a survey, decide on which graph you wish to draw and display your results using them. Okay, so we know that it is about the design and do a questionnaire to investigate which pop bands and artists pupils like the most or to listen to. Okay. And that is what I'm going to leave you with. Try doing that yourself. Now use the information, go back to it if you have to, look at it, use it. Now I hope you found this useful. Have a good day. Bye bye.